Embed share a look at which NBA players have signed new contracts during this year's free agency period. USA Today Sports Utah Jazz forward Gordon Hayward, 20, moves the ball against Los Angeles Clippers center DeAndre Jordan, 6, during the second half in Game 5 of the first round of the 2017 NBA playoffs at Staples Center. Photo, Richard Maxson, USAT, after the finals and then the NBA draft. The momentum of NBA news typically slows a bit before free agency. That hasn't been close to the case this season, and now, the free agency madness has officially begun. Pay close attention to the rumblings. They might shed light on a player's future. For a complete list of player agreements, follow our free agency tracker. Miami begins. Gordon Hayward pitches. Just drove around American Airlines Arena and check out what I came across. pic.twitter.com/QFH1B79 Ski have confirmed that this banner is legit, has been put up with other players on drive outside of American Airlines Arena. pic.twitter.com/LeJuerera ? At this time last year, Hassan Whiteside was being recruited. Now he's the recruiter. Udonis Haslem and Hassan Whiteside among Heat players at today's full court press with Gordon Hayward in Miami. Could the Cavs be interested in Jose Calderon? Cavs have targeted Jose Calderon to be their backup point guard, per source. The interest is mutual. With the West getting stronger, could Gordon Hayward be headed out east? With the star power in the West getting ever stronger, could Gordon Hayward be headed east? https://t.co/Zezimio35 pic.twitter.com/Sazam3winba ? JRUE Holiday is off the market. JRUE Holiday is staying in NOLA. The PG and the Pels have agreed on a 5-year, $126 million deal at Sam_Amick. https://t.co/Pulse9Sank2 pic.twitter.com/099dink6hba ? The new point guard in mini. Jeff Teague. Timberwolves agreed a 3-year, $57 million deal with point guard Jeff Teague at Sam_Amick. https://t.co/5vo7po pic.twitter.com/dgcxe8is12a ? Supermax Octagon's Jeff Austin confirms Steph Curry's 5-year, $201 million Supermax deal with Warriors. No options. Nene staying in Houston. Rockets reach an agreement with Nene on a 4-year, $15 million contract, source said. PG to OKC. In a shocking move, the Pacers are sending all-star forward Paul George to the Thunder for Victor Oladipo and Domantas Sabonis. Hey Sam Presti, you're going to lose Kevin Durant one summer. Get Paul George the next. And you have his bird rights. Cool? Cool. Carry on to repeat. Paul George isn't going to Boston, Cleveland, or Houston. He's joining Russ. Domantas Sabonis. Griffin staying in LA as Clippers executive vice president of basketball operations told USA Today Sports, keeping Griffin is the team's top priority, and that's exactly what they did. The Clippers locked Griffin down to a 5-year, $175 million deal. Blake Griffin has indeed agreed to return to the Clippers on a 5-year, $175 million deal. Talk about short order. Rubio on the move. The Minnesota Timberwolves dealt Ricky Rubio to the Utah Jazz, which could have a serious trickle-down effect on Utah's plans for point guard George Hill and Gordon Hayward. And as for the T-Wolves' point guard options after the deal, which netted them a protected first-round pick, updated intel on Minnesota front, expectation from folks who would know is that Jeff Teague is heavy favorite with T-Wolves. Rubio's departure also creates a potential landing spot for Kyle Lowry, I'm hearing. https://t.co/max_c9hova ex-Cavalier GM David Griffin in New York. As of this minute, Knicks have not scheduled interview with David Griffin, and despite perception, job has its attractions. Money aside, could Andre Iguodala really leave the Warriors? Something to watch on Warriors front. If Andre Iguodala leaves, there's discussion about Dwayne Dedmon's candidacy for starting center spot. Regarding Andre Iguodala not meeting with Warriors right now, here's why. They have some clarity on those finances. We'll now explore soon as free agency period begins. Andre Iguodala will meet with the San Antonio Spurs in Los Angeles, league sources tell ESPN. Add Rondo to the deep free agent point guard pool. The Chicago Bulls released the veteran guard on Friday afternoon. Rondo was productive in the postseason and could find himself a decent deal, but he clearly wasn't part of the Bulls' rebuilding plans. The Bulls shifted gears last week in their blockbuster Jimmy Butler trade with Minnesota, on All-Star Gordon Hayward, who might be the biggest domino heading into free agency. Another source confirms that Gordon Hayward really wants the Utah Jazz to bring back George Hill. His decision could hinge on that. League sources confirm Miami, Boston, Utah is indeed the order on visits. Hayward has scheduled once free agency starts Saturday at 12:01 a.m. From USA Today Sports' Sam Amick, but the moving parts are many in Utah, where point guard George Hill is also a free agent. While Hill could re-sign in Utah if Hayward leaves, there are strong signs that the opposite is not the case. Add in the fact that the Jazz have been exploring other point guard options on the trade market of late, a move that may ultimately prove unwise, and you get the sense in league circles that Hayward may be headed out of town. Lots of teams interested in Danilo Gallinari. Landscape heading into tonight, 9 teams interested, some contenders, with Denver Kings too likely. Takes a few days to unfold the holiday sweepstakes. League sources, growing resignation among interested teams that New Orleans comes to terms quickly with Jrue Holiday on rich 5-year deal. Check back regularly for updates. A link has been posted to your Facebook feed.